Now I'm doing the speed reading. Book is The Power of Subconscious Mind, and the Dr. Joseph Murphy is the writer, and we are starting from biblical accounts on the use of subconscious powers. What things whosoever ye desire when ye pray, that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. Reread the passage and pay close attention to the difference in tenses. The verbs believe and receive are in the present, but the verb shall have is in the future. The inspired writer is telling us something of the greatest importance by the seemingly minor difference in the grammar of the sentence. If we believe and accept as true the fact that our desire has already been accomplished and fulfilled, that is already completed, then its realization will follow as thing in the future. The success of this technique relies on the confident conviction that the thought, the idea, the picture is already fact in mind. In order for anything to have substance in the realm of mind, it must be thought of actually existing. Here is few cryptic words in a concise and specific direction for making use of the creative power of thought by impressing upon the subconscious the particular thing you desire. Your thought, idea, plan, or purpose is as real on its own plane as your hand on your heart. In following the biblical technique, you completely eliminate from your mind all consideration of conditions, circumstances, or anything that might imply a negative outcome. You are planting a seed concept in the mind that, if you leave it undisturbed, will infallibly germinate into external fruition. The prime condition that Jesus insisted upon was faith. Over and over again, you read in the Bible, according to your faith, it is done unto you. If you plant certain types of seeds in the ground, you have faith, they grow after their kind. This is the way of seeds, and trusting the law of growth and agriculture, you know that seeds will come forth after their kind. The faith that is described in the Bible is a way of thinking, an attitude of mind, an inner certitude, knowing that the idea you fully accept in your conscious mind will be embodied in sense, accepting as true what your person and senses deny. It is dozing down, refusing to listen to the little rational, analytical, conscious mind, and embracing an attitude of complete reliance on the inner power of your subconscious mind. Here is one of the best known examples of biblical technique of healing. And when he has come into the house, the blind men came to him, and Jesus said unto them, believe ye that I am able to do this? They said unto him, yea, Lord. Then touched he their eyes, saying, according to your faith be it unto you. And their eyes were opened, and Jesus straightly changed them, saying, see that no man know it. By saying, according to you faith be it unto you, Jesus was openly appealing to the cooperation of the subconscious mind of the blind man. Their faith was their great expectancy, their inner feeling, their inner conviction that something miraculous would happen, that their power would be answered, and therefore it was. This is the time honored technique of healing utilized alike by all healing groups throughout the world, regardless of the religious affiliation. In saying, see that no man knows it, Jesus was arguing the healed patients not to discuss their healing with others. If they did so, they might be harassed by the skeptical and derogatory criticism of the unbelieving. This in turn might have tended to undo the benefits they had received at the hand of Jesus by depositing thoughts of fear, doubt, and anxiety in the subconscious mind. For with authority and power of commandeth the unclean spirits, and they came out. Luke. This is what for the day. I am G.S. Anand. I am a mechanical engineer turned digital recruiterpreneur signing off. Thank you.